We're here at the Coors Event Center where the Colorado Buffaloes just defeated the Cal Golden Bears by the score of 70-62. The Buffs improved to 17-5 on the year, and they are now in second place. I am Jake Shapiro alongside Ryan Koenigsberg, and the Buffs are actually going to have a chance to play for first place next week.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the way things have shaken out here, depending on what happens between Oregon and ASU later, I mean, you expect ASU to kind of fall in that one, and you expect Oregon to take care of business, but you never know. There's a chance that at the end of tonight, Colorado could be tied for first place in Pac-12.
We're here at the Coors Event Center where the women's team is about to play, but the men's team just finished up their game. And a game that was started off very poorly for the Buffaloes, 1 for 19 shooting, but they finished the first half on a 34-11 run.
Yeah, Tad Boyle was shocked when he heard that they started 1 for 19. Not even he knew it was that bad. He goes, we were really 1 for 19. Wow. So you can tell that it was just an absolutely out of character, out of control start, and it kind of reminded you of that first Cal game. All of a sudden, though, Dom Collier hits a three. Xavier Talton hits a three. Dom Collier makes a couple of great finishes around the rim. And all of a sudden, they put together a 23-4 run that turned into, I think, what did you say, 30-11?
34-11.
34-11. So it was an amazing bounce back for them. And to be honest, that's the difference between playing at home and playing on the road. You can dig yourself out of a hole like that at home.
You finally figured out the difference between playing at home and playing on the road. But the Buffaloes were up by as much as 17 in this game. That lead cut to about 5 points when Xavier Talton came up with a huge steal. Tad Boyle said you could make that the case that was the play of the game there at the end of the second half.
Yeah, winning plays is what Tad Boyle always talks about. Winning plays. And Xavier Talton, 4 points, a couple of rebounds, a couple of steals. It doesn't jump off the page, but Xavier Talton made winning plays tonight. And that's what you need out of a senior guard like him. The steal there, he makes 1 of 2 at the line, but now he's 25 of 27. He's part of that core who's really knocking down their shots late in the game. It took a little while. He had a very big junior slump last year, but Xavier Talton's definitely fallen into his role and really understand what he can do to help this team, and he understands that doesn't always have to be in the scoring column.
And you can see Tad Boyle relying upon him a lot as he was put into the game when Colorado was going through that tough stretch in the first half, and he was put into the game at the end of the second half to come up with that key play as well as a few other that Ryan just talked about. Another guy that came up with a few key plays in this game was Dominique Collier, who Tad Boyle said is really growing into his own.
Yeah, it looked like Dom from high school to me. Those 2 finishes he has, kind of where he bumps into the guy, sticks the left arm, uses his length, gets a bucket. That really reminded me of watching Dom Collier at East or playing with Torrey Miller on the AAU circuit. It was that kind of confidence that I can use my body control. I can get into this 7-foot shot blocker and get a finish for my team in transition. And like Tad said, he's growing up right before our eyes. He's really learning the point guard role. And you've started to when you watch the game, you expect him to make the right play, make a good play, get the ball into Josh Scott's hands when they need to do that. Whatever they're asking him to do on the offensive side of the ball, Dom is starting to do it.
Josh Scott with a quiet 16 points tonight. 18, sorry. His life almost flashed before his eyes there when Jaylen Brown tried to dunk on him in the first half. Jaylen Brown actually held scoreless in the first half, had 18 second half points. Josh Scott tried to match him in the second half, and really, although there was a tough first half stretch, Josh Scott and Jaylen Brown were the stars of the show, in my opinion, in the second half, even though 3 guys out-rebounded Josh Scott for the Colorado Buffaloes today.
Yeah, I mean, I think Josh is still feeling a little bit under the weather. He looked better after today's game than he did last time, but he's definitely still ailing a little bit. So for him to kind of go out there and fight through it again, get buckets when his team needed it most, he really kind of went into takeover mode there late in the game and basically said, look, this is my team. I'm going to get buckets when we need it, and he did it, scoring, I think, 10 points in the last 3 minutes.
What are your major takeaways from this game going into the next games? Because, like I said, Colorado is going to face Oregon on Thursday, and even if Oregon wins, they can tie Oregon for the first seed in the Pac-12 after Thursday. No matter what happens in this game right now, Colorado is going to have a chance to play against Oregon for the first seed in the Pac-12 on Thursday.
I think the best thing is just their defense tonight. They hold Cal, who just, I think, put a big number on them last time. They hold them to 35% shooting. That's what travels. You play defense, you hold the team to 35% shooting on the road, you're going to have a good chance to win. So going up to Oregon, that's going to be what's important for them. Play defense, and you'll see yourself in first place on Friday morning.
In a game where our Will Whalen dub is perhaps the most important in the Tad Boyle era, Tad Ball return.
Yeah, exactly. And that's about as good as you can say it.
For Ryan Koenigsberg, I am Jake Shapiro. Thanks for watching the BSN Buffs postgame. Once again, the Buffs win this one 70-62. Thanks for joining us, and Bazinga.